My shoulder strap slipped down when I was typing, but this didn't catch my boss's attention at all, because all his attention was on my typing speed. Even with just 2 fingers, I could type 360 words per minute. That speed was enough to make a country girl like me to stand out among all the applicants and land the secretary job. Soon, I threw myself into the work.
Je vous disais que j'ai bien fait l'estimation.
When I couldn't find a sticky note, I even wrote client info right on my boss Louis' palm. Louis was very satisfied with my work. He said if I wanted to stay, I just needed to do one more pleasant thing for him. Mistaking his words, I stormed out in anger. Only when Louis caught up and handed me a flyer did I realize he wanted me to enter a typing competition. To keep my job, I had to agree. But having never competed in such a contest, I was extremely nervous. The competition began. All the other contestants flew across the keys with 10 fingers, while I only used 2 fingers. Even though I slowly found my rhythm, by the time it ended, my early mistakes had gotten me eliminated. I was so down, sure I was going to lose my job. But Louis didn't give up on me. He made a training plan, got me books, and taught me to type with all 10 fingers. I painted each nail a different color to memorize the keys. He also hired a piano teacher to improve my finger flexibility, took me running every day to build my endurance, made me nutritious meals, and even gave me massages. After all that hard work, I felt unstoppable. When I entered the next competition, I was full of confidence. My fingers flew across the keys, and I changed paper with ease. This time, I won the city championship and earned a spot in the national competition. My new opponents were typing champions from all over the country, but I didn't back down. After an intense contest, I made it to the final round against last year's national champion. I smiled at her, but she gave me an unfriendly gesture in return. That made me angry. When the match began, I put all my strength into typing. As the whistle blew, the match ended, but the result was a tie, so the judges called for a tiebreaker. However, I was exhausted and even wanted to give up, but instead of comforting me, Louise mocked me, saying I was only fit to be a country girl. That lit a fire under me, and my fighting spirit was reignited. I stared hard at the woman across from me, determined to beat her. The tiebreaker began. I focused entirely, tapping the keys with unprecedented speed, and finally won the match. I knew Louis had just been using reverse psychology, and I wanted to share the joy of victory with him. So I chased after him and poured out my thanks and love to the man I spent so much time with. But to my shock, Louis turned me down coldly, even saying we were through. Before I had time to feel sad, I was swept up in a wave of fame. I became the face of a typewriter brand, appeared on the cover of fashion magazines, and got endless media attention. To prepare for the World Championships, my sponsors gave me the best typewriter and coach. But somehow, I just couldn't find my rhythm. The World Championship came quickly. I fought my way through to the final relying on my skills, but my last opponent was the world record holder. Faced with her deliberate provocations, I lost the first round with my mind disturbed, but then I suddenly realized I'd lost myself in the fame and glory.